Everything's gonna be alright. They try to hold me down, but can't nothing last forever. I feel it in my bones, there's a change in the weather. Put me back in the saddle, out on the road. This way I make a living is the only way I know. You're messing with some forces that your mind can't comprehend. I done been to the bottom, I ain't going back again. So when the hell you think you're playing with now? You done fucked around and let the wolves out. And I'll be prowling while you sleep. You were playing for fun, I'm playing to eat.
Welcome, guys, to Quarter Scale Today, episode number 5. And we've got a different show tonight. We've got actually guys live over at Freddies RC Raceway, upper right hand corner. I guess I'm looking at my right is Paul Covington, and on the bottom is our other co host, Todd Holloway. Welcome, guys. How you guys doing?
Pretty good. How are you doing? Hey, while we're here, we'll say hi to Freddie.
Here's
Hello,
Freddie.
everybody.
Maybe we'll get him and discuss a little bit about his track. Let everybody know.
I'm not sticking around.
You're not sticking around?
He's not sticking around tonight. He's done. He's done.
He's done. Okay. Well,
we're lucky we got him on that part. We're lucky we're here.
Maybe we'll do a walk. Maybe we'll do a walk around on his track a little bit, kind of show.
Yeah, we asked him, and he unlocked the gate for us. So Paul's going to do a walk around.
All right, cool, guys. If you're going to get on, give us a hello, a chat. Tell us where you're from. This is episode number 5. Really, we're going to talk tonight about the current I think this is a tri-state series up in Freddies.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk a little bit about the last one, tri-state up at Ingles, and then dig into a little bit of the Cheeze City dirt race that we had. 4 weeks ago?
It seems like eons now.
So let's get on there. Comments real quick.
All right, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow.
Roy Scanlon from Cypress, Texas is watching. There's Roy. There's the Hammer. Good evening, guests.
Yep, Lynn will be here tomorrow.
What's up, everyone?
That's an Ingles boy, Timothy Triplett.
Timothy Triplett is the Ingles. And then Brian Howard, of course, he's our current co-chair. Anything going on? Any breaking news, Todd, that you can share with us?
Yeah, breaking news. Yep, breaking news is that McChesney Park guys actually got here early.
First on track, brother.
You gotcha. You see Kevin Ginty and you see Dave Perello.
Yep, they're there. I heard that. I heard that Randy Order is running for co-chair now.
Yep. Randy is graciously stepped up and put his name in for co-chair, and it looks like he's basically run unopposed. But I think Randy will do a real good job with it. He's got a lot of gumption. I don't think he's got a quit in him at all. If you've ever been around him at the racetrack and see how many cars he's working on and what all he's doing, and if there was ever an opportunity to quit and walk away, there's been times when I've seen him where I'd have probably done that, and he's not. And well, you've seen it out there at your track, so. Mm-hmm. I think Randy will do real well.
Well, good deal. And then also, guys, we have our survey sheet out. Can you talk a little bit about that real quick? I've had some phone calls here at the house about a couple things, especially combining the sportsman and limited and sportsman a little bit. Can you kind of clarify everything? Do you know anything about it?
Well, I read we were on the way here. I got the email and I'd read the first 2 questions on there about the 240 motor. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't see the other questions on there at the time because we stopped and had to get fuel. So I haven't looked at that. I know that someone here mentioned that, there was throwing some ideas out about making the red plate class like a limited class. So anything that was a red plate would be like a limited class. Anything with a blue plate would be, mm-hmm. I don't know what you'd want to call it, a professional class or a class for non-beginners to run in. I think that's just something that someone had brought up and had floated that idea out. And so they put it out there on the questionnaire. That's all it is. It's not a vote. Some people think it's a vote.
No, it's a survey. Yeah.
Just a survey. Yeah.
Yep. 'Cause I had a few calls and I haven't read it. Okay. So I can't go, cause I haven't got online on email, but sounds like that they want to combine the limited and the sportsman together and make it a red plate.
Right. That was
And
one of the suggestions. Yes.
yeah, and they'll leave the 305 Sprinters alone, the 360s blue plate, and the Grand
Right.
National blue plate. So if you run a red plate, you have to stay in a red plate class. So if you're doing double duty, I think the trucks are blue plate too. So
Right.
so yeah, so but guys, I got a lot of phone calls today, and don't panic. It's just a survey.
Yep.
No matter what you say, it's just informative. It's not part of the because they got to take it back to the I believe it's RCCR or something like that. I believe
RRC. Yeah.
RRC. Yeah. So
Rules
uh,
Ratification Committee.
yeah. So
But don't and take it very serious though, because a lot of times, we'll send out. Let's say there's 350 members now. They'll send out 350, and they might only get 40 back.
mhm.
So please take it serious and fill it out and read it and get your ideas
your
out there. So
suggestions. Yeah.
yeah, get Brian out, Brian and
Doug.
the new co-chair Randy. Get them information, that's going to help them help us.
Mhm.
Is I guess the best thing, the way to put it.
Right. Yeah, I haven't actually got down and actually read it myself. I was just here at the house. I had 2 or 3 phone calls already at home, and the first phone call I couldn't understand what they were talking about because I didn't read it. So I said,
Right.
"No." I said, "Really?" I mean, so I was a little confused, and then a couple other guys called and we kind of discussed it a little bit, but it's not a vote. It's just a survey, guys. So
Yep.
don't panic, but do take it seriously and put your thoughts in. You're
Yeah.
not going to be criticized if you agree or not agree with it. That's
I
what,
wish that we could. I mean, this would be a pipe dream if we could get just 50% back. 50% of the people would respond back and write their thoughts down
Mhm.
and answer the survey questions, or they might have another suggestion that, like Paul said, that's not even on the list that they could. That might be the greatest thing we've ever thought of, or not thought of, and someone came up with it. So
Right. I know one guy asked me, and I'm not naming names, but one guy asked me what did I do back in the early 90s? And I says, look, back in the early or late 80s, early 90s, we had 2 classes.
Yep.
Stock car in one hand, which is the Grand National, sprint car. That was it.
Yep.
And I went to some real big races, especially at Knoxville during the Nationals when they had the Cusack was down there. Sprint car. They threw everybody
Right.
in. Then the trucks came out, which kind of helped separated the cars a little bit. People got to go to the trucks. They considered at that time the trucks the lower class.
Right.
And then of course the ECM showed up, or actually back then it was the modified class. And then they turned it into like an ECM class. And then of course then it got into the limited sportsman, Grand National, and things like that. So
Yeah. And you look at places like Washington, with just one class of trucks, and you see them lined up all the way down the straightaway for their big race they had a week or two ago, and it makes you wonder. Do we have too many classes? We talked about that, I think, in the last show.
we
but
lost Paul.
well, we lost him. Maybe he fell. Maybe his hip gave out. his
hip
new
gave
hip
out.
failed him.
Well, anyway, he signed off. So anyway, let's talk about the let's see if I can find my. Nope, that's not what I want. I got too many up here.
I apologize to everybody. I had my laptop all set up, and so we could have a good video, but for
There's
whatever reason, the camera wouldn't work.
Tri-State Series. Talk a little bit about Freddies hobbies in the Tri-State, and a little bit about the Tri-State, especially if people don't know what that is.
Tri-State Series has been around, it's been around since the late 90s, I believe. Fred Murray, Fast Eddie McRae, myself, Dave Perello, the folks from Lansing, Michigan, we all got together and Fred kind of came up with an idea that he wanted a series, would like to have a series that you could travel to 3 different tracks. You could get to it in a matter of 4 or 5 hours, and 1-day event, and be able. Here we are here on a Thursday, but 1-day event where you could race it on Saturday and get done and head home. And that's how it all started. And it's normally been 3 tracks. It was 4 at one other time, and then it went back to 3 and back to 4. It's been around a long time. It's probably one of the longest running series there is, as far as a tri-state type of series. And last year, Freddie agreed to. Him and Brian Howard got together, and they agreed to have us come back here. And I can't remember exact date that Freddie built this track. I think it might have been 05, because I know they had a nationals around that time. We've had several national events at this track, and it's a premier track. There's no doubt about it. Freddie didn't save a penny on any of this here. The track, the driver's stand, the hobby shop is all top notch. And
so name your track. So Illinois is MRP, right?
Illinois is McChesney Park.
Yep. And then Ingles is in Indiana.
Right. And then Lansing, Michigan is the Great Lakes Club. And then here in Ravenna, Ohio, which is just about, 15 minutes or so from Akron, Ohio.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Ingles. I got some pictures here real quick, and guys comment or ask questions, especially about our breaking news and stuff. We'll do our best to answer. And I'm going to just throw some pictures up there real quick. And again, kind of remind everybody what the finishes are and stuff like that. But talk a little bit about Ingles race. What happened up in Ingles here at this?
We had a good turnout. We had I forget exactly how many entries we had, but we had pretty much full car counts in all the classes. We ran the limited sportsman, the trucks, East Coast modifieds. The only thing we didn't run was Grand National, basically, and we didn't have any 10 scale. Yeah, we didn't have any 10 scale that showed up, but the picture that's shown there right now is. I
figure that's the Grand National with Randy Brown in it.
No, that's sportsman. Randy usually runs sportsman because
does he?
Really, here in the Midwest, we don't really run Grand National that much, except for the nationals. Paul's out there doing a track walk right now. I don't know if you need to maybe switch over to him, then we'll go back, and then that way he can get back over here.
Sure. Let's go here. I'm trying to get back to where we're at. Okay, so Paul, you are walking the track.
Right now, I'm coming out of turn 2, looking down the backstretch. There's towards the infield. There's a nice driver stand. The track does have a little bit of bank to it. I mean, we're probably talking a 4-foot rise from where I'm standing on this concrete up to the actual wall. So, but I mean, it's a long way down there to the other end. Let me tell you, it's a
how long or straight is that? Would you say?
Todd, what do you think this is? I don't know what the actual run line is.
I don't know exact run line here either. Hang on 2 seconds. Let me ask somebody. Hey, Dave.
Track.
What's the run line here, you think? Yeah, it's over 400 feet run line. I would say it's probably close. Yeah, I'd say it's close to 420 to 450, somewhere in that area.
Oh, it's a big track then.
Yeah,
it is a really, really big track.
Yeah, it's big and fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
So right now, that whole time Todd was talking, I was walking down the backstretch just now coming into turn 3. And like I said, I mean, I'm at the bottom of the track, and it's, like I said, it's probably a 4-foot rise. So, I mean, we're looking at what, 22 foot wide. So
yeah, probably.
And then
if you just joined us, we're live at Freddies RC up in Ohio.
Yep, Ravine, Ohio.
Ravine, Ohio. And so Paul Covington is walking the track for us. So if you just
So we're
join,
coming into pit lane right here, and then I'll go up on the driver's stand and give you an eye view from top of the driver's stand, and then you guys can get back to your results and everything like that. So nice steps. I mean, it's a really, really nice driver's stand, big, wide, all kinds of room.
We got one other person just walked up here, Mr. Randy Brown.
hey, it's Randy. What's up,
Hi there.
Randy?
How we doing?
Hey,
That's
ask him about the dirt race. They're going to be there.
you going to be there?
Oh yeah,
Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing you again.
I
I want to get
got
to see you once a year.
I got to haul the head sponsor,
You got to do what?
the big sponsor. I got to haul him there.
He's got to haul the big sponsor, Maneri, there.
Maneri there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should be fun. I
Yeah.
look forward
So-
to racing again with you.
335-foot run line. 435. 435. I'm sorry.
Because mine's 365. So
Yeah. 435.
depending where I put my displays. If I put my displays out farther, it's a longer track.
Yeah, exactly.
So very good. Okay.
All right, back to you, Paul.
So right there's the scoring stand looking into coming out of turn 4. Of course, start finish line is going to be right there, just right below that that scoring tower.
So it's right
And-
into turn 1 then, huh?
Well, turn 4.
Turn 4. Okay.
That's turn 4 that we're looking at right there.
Okay.
So then we come down the front stretch, and this is from top of the driver's stand. We're looking into turn 1 right there, and around to turn 2.
You know, I think the problem, Paul, is your camera's
Camera's
mirroring it.
backwards. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
your
'cause-
camera's
yeah, 'cause
mirroring it.
I'm looking at it.
You're
saying,
going the
"That's
wrong
turn
way
one."
around the track.
Oh, well, it's on my back camera, guys. I'm technological, not savvy, so you got to look at it that way. So
I'm surprised with your hip they didn't make a ramp for you or an
Uh,
elevator.
I'm not handicapped. I'm just
Oh,
immobilized at certain times.
He's getting around
So-
better now than since I've known him.
So there's your
Just
track
don't tell
walk,
your
guys. And I'm gonna shift it back to you guys. You guys can continue to talk about results.
okay. Well, anyway,
What?
we'll talk.
Paul, I'm going to need your phone over here, too, so I can talk about the results.
All right, I'm coming.
Well, as you know, guys, we are live where I'm in the studios here at Outlaw Raceway Park, but these guys are live at Freddies, so anything can happen when you're live.
Yeah, it's exactly right.
But yeah. So anyway, the picture that we were showing.
Yep.
That is the Sportsman finish.
Yeah, that's the Sportsman A main finish. Chris Stump brought home first place, and second place was John Pipcock, and third was Randy Brown.
Wow. Okay. And again, guys, comment if you're on. Then we're looking at the ECMs.
Yep, ECM was won by Scott Meadows. He came up from down around Hueytown, didn't he?
Hueytown,
Yeah.
Yep.
So he came all the way up from Hueytown to race with us by himself, and made the long trip up. And I think he had a really good time. He had 2 or 3 really fast cars, his modified, his truck, and then he ran his Grand National some, and just to practice because he's wanting to get some laps in before the Nationals.
So you'll be up for the Nationals then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he ended up winning it, followed by me in second, and Jeff Howard was third.
So that's Jeff Howard. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because he was texting me today. So very good. CJ Racing. Yep.
Yep.
Isn't that modified Rance's car?
It was Rance's car. Yeah.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we go into scene 14 here, and there's the 283 sprint cars, the little 4 cylinders.
Yeah.
Now this is the bigger sprints.
Yeah. This is the sprint car A main was won by myself. Kevin Ginthy from Wisconsin was second, followed by Chris Stump in third.
Mm-hmm. Looking at Chris Stump's car, it looks like it's 5 times longer than you guys' car. But his is
Yeah,
hanging
he's got
on.
it rolled way up on the table there, and he didn't have a real good day with his sprint car, but
Well, it happens.
he might have just thrown it up there on the table. I'm not 100% sure.
Thrown it. And then, of course, this is kind of your best of show, I believe.
Right.
Um,
And from left to right there, that's Paul Covington. He won the East Coast Modified Best of Show. Scott Meadows, the truck. Myself with the sprint car. That is Kendall Bailey with his Sportsman or Limited Sportsman. And then the Evil Knievel American flag 250-year anniversary car is none other than Drew Craig from Illinois.
Drew Craig, didn't he come down and race with us down in the Dirt Nationals?
One time.
In that truck. In that one time.
One time.
And he said
Yep.
enough was enough, huh?
He said enough was enough, yeah.
And then we get into, I believe, the trucks.
Yeah, truck was won by Scott Meadows again, and Chris Stump was second, and Jeff Howard was third.
Where was Brian Howard at? I don't see him in any of these pictures.
He was there.
He was there. Yeah, he struggled a little bit throughout the day, but he was there.
And then we get into that's limited, I believe, right?
Yeah, limited class, yeah. And
Hey, Randy, who runs the 29 car and limited at Great Lakes?
I don't have I just sent him a message. Hang on 2 seconds.
Again, guys, we're live. If you're just joining us, we're live over in, I'm still at the home studio, but Paul and Todd's over in Freddies in Ohio doing a live on track Friday night or a quarter scale today program. Trying to figure out who the drivers are. Looks like one's a Flintstone and the other one's Mountain Dew, and I'm not sure who do you.
I don't have my paper in front of me, so it made it a little bit harder. But
Okay.
Rob Selves won it, and he's Cartoon Network car, and Terry Isaac from Iowa was second, and Kendall Bailey from Michigan was third.
Interesting. Iowa. I didn't know they had any more quarter scale cars in Iowa.
Yeah.
Terry runs a lot with the McChesney Park guys.
Yeah, Terry's been running a lot up at McChesney Park.
Is it Terry Isaacs, did you say?
Yes, Terry Isaac.
Okay. Yeah, I think I remember that name.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's going to be here tomorrow, I believe. And I know that some other guys from up in Lansing is going to be here. And, well, have a good turnout.
And then there's all your cars on the for the best of show, of course.
Right.
So yeah, must be the sportsmen's in the front row, and then so on and so on.
Right.
And then we get into this scene here. Well, that's during the Dirt Nationals, or
It's right there. We're on.
No, you're not. We don't. I don't see any. Oh, there you are. Okay.
So anyway, guys,
sorry.
I'm trying to get out of this scene here if I can. I got to scroll up. I got too many pictures. So, guys, what else is new up there in Freddy's? Anything going on outside of what you guys did in Ingles then?
Well, we literally just got here and had about 10 minutes to get everything put together to hook up to get on here. But I do have results from the big race they had out in Washington, and also the world championship race they had at Shat.
Yeah.
I have the results for those, so I can give you all that. I'm going to have to switch phones and do it this way.
We lost volume, Todd.
Shat Speedway. Sprint car was won by Scott Rance. He's let us know several times he's a world champion now. But Scott Rance won the sprint car. Brian Howard was second.
Hey guys, hold on for a second, Todd.
Hang on.
I don't have any volume on you. If there is, it's
I'm
very
working
little.
on it. Hang on. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. Here's back to Todd.
All right.
Start over.
That sounds better.
The AQSA World Championship. I'm not sure if you heard that or not. And Charlie Agnew
No,
at
go ahead and
Shat,
repeat it
they
again.
had their World Championship.
Hang on.
Sprint.
Did you mute it? What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
No, I can hear him.
Okay, you can hear him? All right.
Yep.
Okay. Sprint car was won by Scott Rance. Brian Howard was second. Mike Steyer, Randy Order fourth, and Roy Scanlon from Texas was fifth. Limited Sportsman was won by Danny Smith. Jimmy Hudson was second. Will Blevins third. Laurel Jasper was fourth, and Ben Moore was fifth. In the trucks, Scott Meadows won the truck class. Lorenzo Benton, that's the name that's been around a long time. He finished
Gosh,
second.
I haven't heard of that name in a long,
Yeah, I knew
long
you
time.
would remember that.
Yes, I remember racing him in down in Texas at the WCM Sprint Nationals.
Yes, yeah. Lorenzo was second, followed by Derek Clounce. Roy Scanlon was fourth, and Randy Chandler was fifth. East Coast Modified was won by Scott Meadows. Mike Stiers was second. Roy Scanlon, he was Iron Man. He ran a bunch of classes like some of the others. He ran third. Randy Order, Charlie Agnew. And then in their sportsman class, it was won by Brian McBriar. Will Landers was second. Brian Howard third. Randy Chandler was fourth. And Roy Scanlon was fifth. Grand National was won by Scott Meadows. Old Puddin himself, Jerry Evans, finished second, and Mike Stiers brought it home in third in the Grand National class. So that kind of took care of the World Championship they had. They had a real good car count. I guess it was every bit 100 degrees there pretty much the whole time the guys were there.
Right.
It was hot.
Right.
But I guess there was a lot of good racing. We had a tri-state race, and it ended up being on that same weekend. So we're trying to work together to make sure that, next year we can kind of make sure that all of our schedules kind of coordinate around that, kind of like we do the nationals, with CUSAC. So we need to do the same thing with that World's race, and maybe it can grow and be bigger and bigger and bigger, So for the first year having the Worlds, I heard nothing but great things from all the guys that went there. I know Brian Howard was there from our track and Scott Rance, and they had a great time. So everything I've heard has been really positive about it.
That's cool. Let's go back in the chats real quick. We got some Kevin Andrews watching from North Carolina, getting ready for the Mars Lake race at Lakeway Speedway.
Lakeside.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I had cataract surgery, and I
Okay.
am struggling trying to see.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at my little phone, and it's not the easiest thing to do either.
Brian Howard says Paul looks lost. Yeah, probably. We'll have to get Paul back on. I want to talk to him about PT Speed Shop real quick. I had some questions on parts.
I think that's what he's doing right now. He's in the trailer with some parts, but
Joe
I
Book's
will get him back.
He said
Once we get done with everything.
Without dirt. Scott Rance says, "Hey guys." Oh, Mike Schultz, my buddy Mike, the trucker.
And he's coming back
He's
out of
coming
retirement.
down. I'm looking for, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, Mike, but I really enjoy sitting talking to you because you have your little tent and all your cars scattered everywhere, and you got parts everywhere and grease on your hand. That's a true racer. That is a true racer.
We were in Texas at the Nationals, and he had his tent set up and everything, and poor guy was right next to my generator, which was
pretty loud.
I didn't think it was loud at all, but everyone else thought it was real loud. But Mike never said one word about it, and he was right next to it.
Yeah.
But it was loud. Trust me.
Let's see. 19 years ago, it will be 20 years old next year.
Tri-state.
Awesome. And Hamburmeister said 425. So that's Freddy's track, apparently.
Yeah, I think Dave said 435, so somewhere between 425
And Brian said
435.
435.
Yeah.
Rob Selves.
Yeah, Lynn was helping us out there. The Hammer.
Okay.
Lynn races out of the Lansing Club, and he'll be here tomorrow. And when I had my my memory went bad on me there, he was letting us know that was Rob Selves that won that race.
Okay. And then Roy says Shad is awesome track.
Yep.
And Timothy says, I wish I could have went this weekend, but I had too much going on. And then, of course, there's Chris Stump.
He's on his way.
My way. Okay.
Yeah, Tim Triplett is a new racer running the limited class at Ingles and doing a real good job and learning something every day. He's out there practicing, and
Sure.
it won't be long before he'll be traveling around with us and doing some more racing, and maybe we can get him hooked on some dirt.
So where is Mr. PT at? Is he around? How come he signed off?
He's over there talking to Randy Brown about parts.
Okay.
But
well, one part that I was asked for was, and I know that who is that company that you guys bought out?
Well, they didn't buy anybody out. They're basically Joey is just a supplier and everything for QS Components.
Right. Oh yeah, QS Components. Somebody is asking me for the gas tips that goes on these cars, so you can stick your bottle in there. Those little rubber tips.
Yeah.
Those little rubber round. They're about round and they're about that long.
Yeah, BRP. Tom Standridge, I believe, still sells those.
Okay, because they said that he used to get them from QS Components. They didn't know if PT has any or not.
I don't think Frank ever sold them at QS Components. From what I heard, they always came from Bishop. But we can definitely follow up on that for you and let you know. But let's go ahead and get the Washington results.
Okay.
And then I'll get you back to Paul, and we can go from there. But the QSR Northwest group had their first annual Gale Brander Memorial Race a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they're the ones running all the trucks. And
did they introduce some stock cars on that track here this week?
Yeah, this last race they did. Yes,
that's what I saw. That's what I saw.
The last in their club racing, they've been running just trucks, but they opened it up to all the classes for their big race they had, their first annual race. And sprint car was won by Randy Order. So Randy's been doing some traveling. Second place was Tyler McGill and Laurel Jasper. She was third. Grand National was won by Zach Feister. Laurel Jasper was second. And Steve Feister was third. And their big their big class was the trucks. It was won by Garrett Sisk. Second was Chance Overhault. Third, Auckland was Chris Carpenter, and fifth was Laurel Jasper. And from what I heard, they had a great turnout, great race. I don't know if you follow them on Facebook or not, but we got another track that's doing fireworks, Mike.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, they did fireworks. So
professional fireworks like I hire, or just go buy some fireworks and shoot them off?
It looked like pretty good fireworks.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, I can only compare to what I see at your track because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Well, I actually have a guy that actually has his prior license.
Oh, I know.
And he shoots off at the minor league baseball league in Lincoln and some other major places. So he's got his license.
Yeah, he does an awesome job. His has gotten bigger and bigger every year.
Yeah,
I can remember being there when he first started.
I remember when he first started and he caught my field on fire. He had to go take the skid loader and make
exactly.
So yeah.
Hey, Paul. I'll get Paul back over here and he can talk to you a little bit about PTs, but pretty sure that that fuel filler nipple you were talking about is something you would get from Bishop, but it's something too. If they're not doing it anymore, we'll get with.
The other one's been Bob's. Bob's Motorsport sells them.
Yeah, Bob's Motorsports sells those rubber tips as well.
Okay.
I'll give the phone back here to Paul.
Well, that's what I was wondering because a guy asked me, he was getting from QS Components the tips,
Yeah.
and he didn't know if
The
you
actual rubber tips or just the overall thing?
had the overall thing where you slide it over the opening in your car, and then you can put your fuel bottle in. I don't know what you call it actually. Oh, you lost your mic.
There we go.
So
I moved away from.
I don't know
echo.
if that's something that it needs to be made. I know Bob's Motorsports is currently making them, and I just, as PTs goes, you know, I mean, I don't want to be in a manufacturing business. I'll give you a little background on my thoughts. We don't want to be in the manufacturing business and battling for the rights or multiple parts. We're not big enough as a community to have that scenario happen. So if somebody's currently may want them to keep, and I'm just going to give it as a opportunity that to have extra parts, but I don't want to be, I guess is my point.
Okay. Okay. Well, I know I need one because I broke mine the other night at the track. It fell apart on me, so I'll figure a way to get it in there between now and then.
Is it just a piece, or is it all, you know, what you
No,
slam
it's
your
just
fuel
a rubber.
bottle
It's just a
rubber.
big rubber nipple that goes onto your adapter.
You know,
Yes.
I've went away from those, and I hope I'm not. I don't want to step on anyone's toes. You know, like if Bishop's still selling them or not. But I've went away from them because after a while, where you plug your bottle into that, there's a little rubber flap in there,
Like
and
a flapper
sometimes that
valve.
rubber flap,
Right.
yeah, it'll break and go into your fuel line, and then it lets dirt and stuff go in that hole, or if your car gets upside down, fuel pours out of that hole. So what a lot of guys have done now is they're just running a hose, and they've got it on a take a bolt head.
Well,
and put a bolt head.
like the DT sprint cars.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of guys are doing that now because of that, or maybe they're doing it because they can't get those anymore. But we can find out for you for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and that,
guys,
that being a rubber piece, that would be more of a Bishop type scenario than a true metal manufacturing, which is what
Okay. Well, anything we're going to talk about next about the dirt track down in Monroe, Wisconsin. And I got a few pictures here I robbed off their site. And of course, here's one here that looks like that's kind of where you guys were parking at. Look like they were.
That looks like me working on the sprint car there.
Was that you?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Or is that Chris Stump? That looks like you.
Yeah, I think it's me.
Todd working on Chris's car. Go figure.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, because
figure.
it's Scott's trailer, or it's Chris's trailer. Yeah, or wagon.
So, what'd you guys think of that track? I mean, what were your thoughts? Are they going to have us come back next year?
Well, you know, I think that let me get Kevin Githy over here. Hey, Kevin, come here, please. I like the track. I don't know what Paul thought and what Kevin thought and stuff, but the track's got a lot of potential for us, and it put on some good racing. What the guys at Cheeze City think? Are they going to have us back again?
Oh my gosh, yeah. And the owner's going to come to MPR. He wants to go back to his roots a little bit. He wants to play with one. So, you know, the hype is good. I think it's really important to keep everybody involved.
Yeah, see, I don't know if you heard the story or not. Well, yeah, you did, because he was on our show, and he was talking about used to run at Bechesney Park, and when we went in the hobby shop, I don't know if you noticed the quarter scale car that was there and had Dave Perello's name on it. I think that might have been one that he drove.
He's looking for that gold Coors Light Sprint. He still can't find that thing, and he's still looking. He's hoping it didn't go away somewhere.
Well, it's probably in somebody's basement or garage somewhere.
Yeah.
All that stuff is.
But it sounds like that, they enjoyed us being there. And I know we had a lot of other scales that, instead of them just walking back to the trailer, they watched our races and stuff. And I think they were a little surprised at how fast the quarter scale cars really were getting around the track.
Very intrigued, not 4-wheel drive, no gyro, just flat out. You had to drive it. You had to have your setup. So it was good to see their interest.
Yeah.
Usually the first year on a new track, especially with the quarter scales, I noticed it takes a little bit to get used to it. I mean, look up in the Worlds, first time up there. We all kind of struggled a little bit trying to figure that out. Now the following year, you look like you guys did a lot better. I didn't make it up there that year, but it looks like you guys were having a better result. So it takes a little bit, and of course, you get your notes down and
exactly
and things like that. Here's a picture here of going into the track.
One of the fuel stops.
It's not about horsepower. It's just setup, finesse, real dirt racing.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, one thing that go ahead.
I thought the track was surprised. As much rain as they had, I was really surprised how smooth it was.
Yeah, it was very smooth.
I didn't get to be out there that much as I like because the car was actually broke. I didn't know it until I got it home. So, but I thought it was really smooth. It seemed like there was plenty of racing. I mean, people were passing and not running it. I was kind of worried. God, darn, that thing's small, but it looked like it was a real competitive racetrack.
Yeah, it was. And one thing that caught me completely off guard, and I know that Paul and Kevin can both attest to it, is how much grip it ended up having and what it did to our tires. I mean, it's like a real dirt track. It almost made me feel like we were going to have to try to conserve tire wear. Because the first night, I think it was, I wore out a right front and a left rear, and I haven't wore a tire on a dirt car forever. And they start wearing a little bit, but these were wore out. And
was that the Saturday race?
Both nights led to the same thing.
Yeah.
As we got braver on Saturday and pulled the trigger a little harder, of course, we're going to have more tire wear.
Right.
But we had better racing.
Yeah. And the tire wear kind of went away for the mains Saturday night. And I don't know if that's because of the darkness or what.
Right. Well, I was watching it live on TV through his program, and it looked like it was getting a lot of rubber put down. And I was thinking, is it because the fifth scales and all these guys put tire dope on? And is that why
Absolutely.
Is that why you're
even the 10th scale will start grooving it. So the combination of all of it, great dirt racing, not just one scale, all scales.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think, Paul? What do you think about
it? It's dirt, and y'all know my opinion on that.
Don't ask him no more.
Yeah.
I'll go back. I mean, I show up and race. It's just not my favorite. So, but it was a fun little track. I mean,
right.
It was definitely racy, and you had to hit a setup. And you had to drive, and I can hit a setup, but I can't drive most of the time. So,
well, you outdrive me that weekend, so nothing to be shamed there, I guess.
The hospitality was awesome there too. I mean, they really welcomed us, and that was really cool.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
I take it that's the finisher of the sprints.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm assuming
I ended up winning the sprint car, and Johnny was second in the sprints, and Paul was third in the sprint car.
Okay.
That's correct.
And then we get into, here's another shot of the dirt track of you guys on the track.
Yeah.
And it looked like Stump's car's really rolling over on the right side.
Yeah, I'm not sure. His was really, really good, and then he ended up breaking something. Matter of fact, he caught me sleeping on a restart, got by me, and I didn't know if I'd be able to run him down or not. And then by the time I caught him, then he had something break on it, and so he was out after that. But it was going to be a real good race, and Johnny and Paul both were fast, and Kevin was fast. He's getting better each time he goes out. Quarter scale is still relatively new to him and Paul.
So going into Monroe, was the format a little different compared to what you guys are used to? I mean, you guys got set of rules and stuff. Did they kind of figure it out along the way as we went on?
Mostly, yeah, mostly. There's some things that we'd probably try to do different next time if they're willing to work with us on it, which I think they would be. They're just so used to the way 5th scale and 10th scale and stuff runs that quarter scale is totally different. And I think
the biggest thing that the 10th scale and 5th scale guys do is they never call caution. They can bounce off of one another, and we as quarter scales just cannot do that. And
sure,
we talked to them a little bit, and if it wasn't an issue, they really didn't call it, and it kind of hurt us a little bit as the way the program ran, because say you would spin out, but yet you can get it corrected. But that being such a small track that, if you do spin out and you go through the middle of the infield, you're coming right out in front of somebody, and we can't dodge somebody like the 5th scale, and we can't take a hit like a 10th scale guy can. So
right.
It's just going to have to be a little bit of communication with them. They're more than willing to work with us and help us. I mean, they were phenomenal people. Hospitality was unbelievable.
And I take it that's the truck finishes right there. I believe John won it.
Yep.
You got third, I believe, and then Todd
he got second.
Todd got second.
Todd got second, and I got
you
third.
Got third.
Yeah. Yep.
That's not a bad. You guys had a lot more trucks down there than I thought.
Yeah, the truck class is really. The truck class has really picked up. I mean, guys are figuring it out. That the trucks handle on dirt fairly well, and they're starting to, figure it out. And they don't have to go out and buy a sprint car, if they don't have one. So that makes it kind of nice.
And then, of course, this is the final picture we got. That's the trucks, and they really look good out there, don't they? I mean,
yeah, they do. Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of watching them on Eldora. They look like they belong on dirt.
Right.
It was quite amazing.
No, everything belongs on pavement, but we'll just go dirt.
Pavement is to get there. Pavement is to get
whatever.
Dirt is to race on.
That's right.
You guys are spoiled on your pavement. Well, anyway, guys, real quick before we get into another subject, real quick, I've got the points sheet done for the our sprint car or our dirt challenge series. And I'm not going to read. I'm just going to go through the top 5 at the moment. In the sprint car, unfortunately, I didn't race, so I'm 6. Kevin Gunty is 5th with 94 points. Paul Covington is 4th with 96. Chris Stump is 3rd with 96. Now, this will all figure out when it start getting throwouts and stuff in there.
Right.
Chris Stump was 3rd. John Pepchok is 2nd with 98. And, of course, Todd, you're perfect with 100. Now, there is a throwout in there, so that's why you're only seeing the points on that deal.
Now, is that the way are you doing that like we did last year with Friday night and Saturday night?
Yes.
So that's 2 races? Okay.
Includes 2 features each. So each feature gets its own points.
That's what I thought.
Trucks, top 5 is Kevin Gunty is 6 with 88. This Andy M. Is that Martinez?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know him.
He's works with Kevin Ginty. He's from Wisconsin.
Okay.
Races a lot of different scale cars, and
he looked good out there for the first.
He did, yes. He ran the tri-state race at McChesney with Kevin's sprint car, and I ran 2nd or 3rd to him. I know he was fast that day. So
yep, he's 5th with 94. Yep. Paul, you're 4th with 96. Todd, you're 3rd with 98. John is tied was first with 100 with Chris Stump. So, but again, there's throwouts in there. So we still got a long season left. We still got 2 outlaw races and, of course, 2 worlds to figure the championship. So, but anyway, guys, any more comments on Monroe before we move on?
No, I it'll be interesting to see what happens for next year. I know you said the Dead End was interested, and
well,
you guys
we're going to have him. We're going to have him come on Friday Night Front Stretch.
Okay.
Here in about a week, or probably right after the Nationals. Talk to him about, and I'm going to tell you that is a big dirt track.
Right. Yeah, I can't wait to see it, and hopefully we get a chance to race there. I know you guys have got some things working together.
Yep, we're trying to do a series together and things like that. So
that's what it takes is 2 tracks that are close enough to work together. We had that at one time in Indianapolis with the Marion County Fairgrounds and Ingles, and those 2 or 3 years we had more growth in quarter scale in our area than we'd had in a long time.
Well, and they got some quarter scales. They're just having a hard time of racing anywhere. And with Dead End, especially on the dirt part of it, you might see a growth of quarter scale sprint cars in Iowa because that's sprint car country.
Sure.
Unfortunately for me and Greg, we're kind of out middle of the Midwest, and there's no asphalt tracks near us outside of, well, I think the closest track for me will probably be MRP. You know? So, but coming up in August is the Dirt Nationals, presented by Monroe Ws Sports. He makes wings and stuff. 360 Sprints is sponsored by Holloway Graphics. 305 is sponsored by CJ Racing, and the trucks are SRP, which is Mike Clark. We'll have a food truck available, fireworks, true fireworks on Saturday night. 4 nights of racing. Of course, Wednesday night is practice night, and I'll supply the pizza night. And hopefully we'll have a good show. The track's been really, I don't know what I've been doing to the track, but it's been super fast. The trucks
good deal.
Me and Chris Johnson, Don Liskey, we're the only trucks right now, but we've had some interest. People are looking at them. Talking, asking questions and things. So, and that's the big thing. But I want to do real quick before we get into the little bit of before the Dirt Nationals. We'll do this real quick. And that's our dirt. Now we lost Paul somewhere along the line. But that's the upcoming Dirt Nationals presented by Monroe Ws Sports. That'll be the first CUSAC national race. And of course, September we'll go into Ingles for the Asphalt Nationals.
Yep.
Oh, did Paul come back? No, it doesn't look like it. So guys, let's go with questions real quick. Anybody? Mike's like sleeping next to the refrigerator in the trailer. Joseph Covington, he's the PT guy, told us should be printing stickers for PTs. You got a job.
I did print him 200 stickers a day for PTs. And Joey, you're more than welcome to go pick them up. They're at the house on the vinyl table.
World Class Fireworks in Pasco, Washington.
So they did have some good fireworks there, it sounds like.
I'll be there tomorrow night around 7.
Kendall Bailey, good deal.
Roy Bishop has them. We're talking about the inserts for the fuel nozzle.
Fuel. Yep. Hey, boy.
Lee says, see you tomorrow. Had to get off. And then Scott Rance, awesome video. Thank you. So anyway, what's up?
One thing while I'm thinking about it, I can't switch my phone over. I sent you a couple pictures today of a couple sponsors, and I want to give a shout out. If you could get can you pull those up?
No, it was too late. I already had everything posted in the site, so I don't have them right now. I got them. I just don't have them on this program right now.
Okay, I'm going to try it. I'm going to switch over here. Hopefully, you don't lose me.
Okay. Oops, I think.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, Wicked Performance. Wicked Performance and Charlie Agnew stepped up, and they're going to be our limited sportsman class sponsor for the Nationals at Ingles.
Okay.
Wicked Performance, they do a bunch of custom painting for RC cars, quarter scale cars. Not 100% of everything they paint, but I know that Charlie works close with them, and they do a lot of custom painting, and they were gracious enough and reached out to us and stepped up and wanted to be our limited sportsman sponsor. We had one class that was open. We had a person that had to step down from being a sponsor, and which was perfectly fine, and it gave us plenty of time to find another one. And so I want to thank Charlie Agnew and those guys at Wicked for stepping up and doing that. And then also Roy Scanlon from Texas. He has Scanlon Racing Products, and he is going to be our new one of our associate sponsors.
Okay.
So he'll be doing some giveaways and that kind of stuff at the Ingles National Race. So I want to thank those 2 or 3 guys for stepping up. We really appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you guys. People don't realize how hard it is anymore to ask for sponsors and that kind of stuff, and B, to get them. So we appreciate everyone that has stepped up and helped both with the Dirt Nationals and the Asphalt Nationals.
Yep.
As well as the guys that stepped up for the World and out in Washington. All those tracks couldn't do it without people stepping up. So
Sure.
we really appreciate that.
Right. Well, I appreciate the sponsors here at Outlaw this year. Scott Rance says, I'm still not coming. I'm assuming to the Dirt Nationals.
No, he's talking about here.
Oh, not over there?
Yeah.
And then Randy Order says, I'm always late. I'm going to have to rewatch. Yeah, you guys can follow me or follow the show on YouTube channel, which is Fear of the Outlaw, or Friday Night Front Stretch. Just get on there and you can look at back shows. Or you can get on Facebook with Outlaw Raceway Park, and it'll last like 30 days and it'll come off. So anything else, Todd, that we need to discuss before we sign off?
I know you're going to have another show, or we're going to have another show before your Dirt Nationals.
Yeah, we're going to do one the week. I'm hoping we can do it the 9th.
What I'd like to do,
wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong calendar. I'd like to do it the 6th if possible, because that's a Thursday, because I'll be out of surgery on the 4th. So
okay, I know sometime before our nationals at Ingles, the Cusack Nationals.
Yep, we'll do that in September.
I'd like to get David Smirker on. He's our title sponsor. He's from Dave from out in Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that he's going to be at your Dirt Nationals, and
good deal.
Yeah, so
I'm going to blame him for getting me into this stupid sport.
He told me yesterday, I think, that he's got 4 or 5 cars on his kitchen cabinet, all in different states of being built and put together, and I'm pretty sure that he's going to try to make it to the dirt race. He says he's had trouble. He wants to be on here and communicate and send messages, but he's having an issue figuring out how to do that. Using these phones. So I'm going to have to reach out to him, see if we can get him on. And then I know Joey from PTs, he'd still like to be on sometime. So
Yeah.
We've got some guests, I think, that we can get on here in the next month or so and see what we can do.
Hopefully we can get Paul back on for the Dirt Nationals. Maybe Randy Order, who won a championship last year in the 360, get him on. I can host actually 20 people at one time.
Okay.
So, there's an opportunity to bring a lot of people on. And they don't have to stay on all the time. I can, they can leave and bring another one on or whatever we need to do
Right.
to fill a good show. So, guys, any more comments? Scott says, I'm going to the Dirt Nationals. That's cool. Maybe you can break a track record out here on dirt in qualifying.
He is a world champion, he said.
Yep. Going to be 100 degrees in Kentucky also. So hopefully we don't have the weather we've been having. We've been up to 113 degrees in heat index out here. So, so we're looking forward to the Dirt Nationals again this year. There's going to be a few changes as far as format wise. So, anything about tomorrow, Todd, at the Tri-State?
Nope. Tomorrow is basically an all-day practice and just kind of hang out and meet up with old friends and meet some new friends. And then Saturday will be the entire race day. So
right.
Maybe I'll try to check in with you sometime during the weekend.
Okay.
You're going to have to hit some of these tri-state races with us sometime.
Well, I'd like to. Yeah. I mean, I'm planning on doing with my dirt track. It keeps me locked home a lot. To keep it running. Because if I don't have it running and support the other guys, I won't have a Dirt Nationals.
Exactly.
So, yeah. But yeah, we're planning to go to Ingles for the Nationals. Me and Don.
Awesome.
He's already going to bring his big Taj Mahal trailer down here, and going to leave his trailer, and we're going to leave it till September, and we can load up.
Yep.
And he bought a set of long acre scales.
Good deal.
He found a set of long acres. I wish I never bought mine now, but
yeah.
But so he found it. So he's serious. He's
good deal.
Really getting into it, and we're doing a lot of practicing on dirt out here, and with Scott Johnson and not Scott Johnson, Chris Johnson, and myself and Don. So we're having an opportunity, and then I got a team driver going to race my Sprinter.
Yeah.
And he's doing for a guy that's brand new to quarter scale. He's raced 10 scales and he's raced midgets. He's a championship driver in midgets out here in Nebraska. He's done really well.
Cool.
So,
well, we can't wait. I know that. So,
let's see. Mike Schultz says no at the World 100. Oh, that's too bad. Scott Rand says I am fast. Red, I recommend making to Washington.
Yeah, I'd like to get there sometime.
Look forward to seeing we're in September. Scott Meadows. Have you guys noticed that the gas prices, when you go to travel in these series, has it kind of shut down some people not coming a little bit? The high prices of gas.
I don't know. It seems like we're still getting about the same amount of travelers. It seems like, like the tri-state race, and Washington had a good turnout. The World's had a good turnout. So, of course, who knows? It might be better if fuel prices were better, but it's one of those things where there's a will, there's a way, I guess. And
sure, yeah. Well, Todd, any final words before we close out?
Nope. I'm about ready to eat some supper and watch some racing on TV and get ready to get a good night's sleep.
All right. Well, guys, tell Paul thank you for having him come on. I know that it's kind of hard to do live with a phone and stuff like that, but I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. Guys, again, the Tri-State Series race number 3?
Yes.
Is up in Freddies, Ohio, Freddies track. It should be interested. We'll do some cover shots of any pictures being taken up there. So And then, guys, join us again in early August as we get ready to run the Quarter Scale Dirt Nationals presented by Maneri Aerosports, August 12th to the 15th. So, last word there, Sunshine.
Well, I just can't wait to see everybody, and everybody race hard and be safe and enjoy the weekend.
All right, man. Hey, live from Outlaw Raceway Park and Freddies RC Track, we are signing off. Thank you for watching.